Okay, how did you actually start doing this, all this magic?
All right, it started off when I was Form 2. I met a magician, actually, a street magician. So I asked him, he performed a card trick, a very simple card trick, but it blew my mind. And I asked, is that something to do with ghosts or, spirits, something like that?
Supernatural
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, supernatural stuff. He said, no. So that triggers me. It's like, oh, wow, can I actually learn this? He said, yeah. So I'll go into a library. Okay, there's no YouTube in those days, because I started my magic back in 2006,
right,
when I was a Form 2. So there's no YouTube, and then I try to find all these magic book. Right, the thing about magic is that the less famous it is, the higher the value.
Okay,
it's the opposite to like song, right? If the song, like, the more famous it is, the greater the value. But in magic, it's the other way around.
Meaning the trick itself, or
the
magician?
Trick itself, right? If it's never been televised, so it is something.
But in this day and age, I mean, almost everything's been televised or YouTube. So how did you find a trick that wasn't, that famous or that popular?
No, it's very hard right now, because anything we come out as a magician, we come out with a trick. There's always going to be revealed within 1 or 2 days in the YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do here normally is that we try to dig out, or take out all these old books, right, old magic book, and we try to modernize them.
Right. You were a student in Form 2 when you started.
Yes.
What are you doing now?
I'm doing my master's in computational chemistry. Nothing to do with magic at all. So it's unrelated.
That is quite a distinct difference.
Field, right?
Yeah. So would you consider magic a hobby of yours?
Yeah, true.
Or is it something you hope to become your full-on career?
Yes, I hope it will be my full-on career. Because,
really?
Yeah, because in Malaysia, we have a lot of magicians, but it's not really, there's no really much market for it.
Okay.
Like our neighbor Indonesia, they have tons of magicians. They have numbers of international shows and all. We do have it. Like Andrew Lee, he went to Britain Got Talent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's one. All right. So the thing about it is that here the community, they will still think that magic is like a kids show kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. So
that's what I would think of when you say I'm a magician.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
How much do you charge for a kids party?
Yeah, true. That's the thing.
Right.
So we try to change that perception. Okay.
So what do you hope this to become then? What do you hope to do with your magic?
So I hope that to inspire more magicians, okay, and to uplift the local magic in Malaysia.
Do you get a lot of support from your family? Do they understand where you're coming from?
For now, yes, but not when I first started on magic. Because imagine you're 14 and you come home with a deck of cards. So your parents thought, are you gambling, or are you doing some gambling with your friends, something like that? So I don't really have my support, my family support at first, okay. But then when I started my show, a stage show, in 2008, that was in front of a real crowd in Queens Bay Mall. So that's when I gained trust from my parents. So from there, they support me throughout. So
what sets your act apart from all the other magicians that we have seen so far?
The kind of act that I'll be performing is that I blend mentalism together with magic trick. Because mentalism, when I read your mind, things happen, like I'm trying to guess, okay, anything that crosses into your mind, you just get a result. So the kind of act that I'll approach this time around is that I blend together with a magic. Like for example, if I ask you to think of someone, okay, probably some fire started to ignite in front of you or something like that. So it's visualized, and at the same time it's more on mentalism. So
how did you get a spot to audition for Britain's Got Talent? Tell us how that happened.
All right, I first applied online, okay, and then because I know that there's a lot, they gave me a lot of options. So either apply online, WhatsApp, or email. So I did all. Okay. And I understand that if one contestant can actually send 3 or 4 applications, that it will be very hard for the producer to filter it, right? So I just send it, right? And then I have another email. I send it again, the videos, right? Then on 3rd of December, I received an email. So it stated that the audition will be held on 15th December.
Okay, that's just a couple of days away.
True. It's very
15th of December. Okay, and are you prepared for the audition?
Yeah, totally prepared. I even prepared for up to final, if I make it to the final. Okay, so it's all been prepared. Okay, it's just a matter of showmanship.
All right, so you don't have very many days to actually get yourself over to England. I know that you've implored the public to help you with your funding.
Right.
How is that going?
Well, I would like to thank them, okay, for supporting me and for their donation and contribution. I've managed to get myself a flight ticket at the very last minute, because the flight ticket will be very expensive, especially near the Boxing Day, because we know that in England, the Boxing Day on the
big shopping day.
Yeah, exactly. So the ticket is very, very expensive. So I managed to get that, and then in terms of accommodation and transportation, I do manage to get contact from Malaysian living in London.
Okay.
So they're very supportive. They offer me a place to stay and even transport and drive me.
Oh, that's brilliant. So you have reached your target lah, basically.
Yes.
You've got your tickets and a bit of pocket money, I hope, because London can be quite expensive. Right. No money for a plane ticket. Were people willing to part with their cash to support you?
They do, but not to the extent of
hundreds and thousands of ringgit.
Yes, exactly. So it's just like even RM1 is considered as a donation. I really appreciate it. Because they want to see the result, because they want to know, because they want to have like Malaysian, not just me, hopefully next time around we're going to have more Malaysians competing in global stage. So I hope this is a starting point.
Right.
So that's why I really want to go for it. I know that Britain's Got Talent is very big, so I have to dream big.
Okay.